We've still got a couple of minutes, but we're going to start this morning lying down. So just take these first few moments to gather what you need to be comfortable in a reclined position. So make sure you're warm, that you have all the support you need. If you prefer to stay seated, of course, that's fine. So just take a moment to settle, to bring your full attention to this present moment. So letting go of what's happened earlier today, the sleep you had last night, letting go of all of the events of yesterday and last night. Might like to sigh the breath away a couple of times. And as you do lie down on your yoga mat or remain seated, imagine that you have come to your practice place this morning to meet your dearest friend. So I invite you to place your hands lovingly over your heart and ask your dearest self what you need today. What does your dearest self want from you today? You might like to say to yourselves a few times, I love you and I am listening. I love you and I am listening. Take a few conscious breaths into and out of your heart space. Feeling the chest rise and fall with the breath. And then release your arms by your sides and start to tune in a little more closely to the sound of your breath. To listen to the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. A soothing, calming rhythm. On the next inhalation, see if you can hear the sound sa in the back of the throat. And as you exhale, the sound hum. Breathing in, the sound is sa. And breathing out, the sound is hum. Sa. Hum. Now take your awareness into your right hand and take the tip of your thumb to the base of the index finger. Now let the whole rest of the body be really relaxed. If you're comfortable, the eyes are closed. On your next inhale, as you hear the sound sa, slide the thumb up to the top of the index finger. And as you exhale, slide the thumb back down, hearing the sound hum. And then move your thumb to the base of the middle finger. Breathing in, slide it up to the top of the middle finger, hearing the sound sa. And as you exhale, slide it back down, hearing the sound hum. Moving the thumb to the base of the ring finger, breathing in, slide it up. And breathing out, slide it back down. To the base of the little finger, inhaling, hearing the sound sa. And exhaling, hearing the sound hum. Now just relax that hand and take a breath, perhaps sighing the breath away. We're going to do that once again with the right hand, but this time, if you feel comfortable, allowing a little pause to be there at the top of sa, the top of the inhale, a little pause at the end of the exhale, at the end of hum. So thumb to the base of the index finger, right hand, breathing in, slide it up to the top of the index finger and pause. Exhale, slide it back down, pause empty. To the base of the middle finger, inhale, sa, and pause. Exhale, hum, pause empty. To the ring finger, breathing in and pause. Breathing out, slide it back down, pause empty. Little finger, sa, pause, and hum, pause empty. Now relax the right hand, take a breath. Let's do the same now on the left side. So thumb to the base of the index finger. When you're ready, inhale, slide it up to the top. No pauses at this point. And as you exhale, slide it back down. To the base of the middle finger, breathing in. Hear the sound sa. And breathing out the sound hum. To the ring finger, inhaling. And exhaling. To the little finger, sa. And hum. Now relax the hand, take a breath, catch your breath if you need to, sigh the breath away. And let's do that once again now with a pause, if that's okay to do so. So thumb to the base of the index finger, breathing in, slide it up and pause. Exhale, slide it back down, pause empty. To the base of the middle finger, breathing in, slide it up and pause. And exhale, slide it down, pause empty. To the ring finger, inhale. And exhale. To the little finger, breathing in. And breathing out. Relax the left hand, take a breath. Okay, let's do the same now with both hands. So thumbs to the base of the index fingers, no pausing at this point. So breathing in, slide it up to the top of the index fingers and slide it back down. To the base of the middle fingers, breathing in, slide it up to the top and exhale down. To the ring fingers, inhale and exhale. To the little fingers, hearing the sound sa. Hearing the sound hum. Rest for a breath. Make sure you're not bringing tension into the body. Relax your shoulders, your face, your mouth. Once more, thumbs to the base of the index fingers. Breathing in, slide it up and pause. Exhale, slide it down. Pause, empty. Inhaling up the middle fingers, pausing at the top. And exhale, slide it down. Pause, empty. To the ring fingers, hearing sa. Pause. Hum. Pause, empty. Little fingers, breathing in. Pause. And breathing out. Pause, empty. Relax your hands. Take a breath. So this morning we're going to continue working with the mantra Sa Hum, which is sometimes known as the breath mantra or the original mantra that we're born with and have with us till we die. But it can also be translated as I am that, beyond the limitations of mind and body, at one with the absolute. So the aim of repeating this mantra is to bring about a transformation of consciousness, to bring about the realization that all that we see is ourselves. The observer is the observed. Dr. Vasant Lad, who is an Ayurvedic practitioner, writes, So Hum or Sa Hum meditation, properly practiced, leads to the union of the individual with the universal cosmic consciousness. You will go beyond thought, beyond time and space, beyond cause and effect. Limitations will vanish. So we're going to work with Sa Hum, and if it feels okay to do so, we'll add a little pause at the top of the inhale and at the end of the exhale. If you're in a seated position, come now to lie down, and if we all can, stretch the legs out if the feet are stepped up close to the buttocks. So you're lying fully outstretched, exhaling all breath, free your arms if you have a blanket over you. And on the next inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Have a lovely stretch. Pause at the top. And when you need to exhale, lower the arms and pause, empty. So do this twice more. If you like, hearing the sound Sa as you inhale, pausing at the top. Hearing the sound Hum as you lower your arms and pause, empty. Once more. When you finish, let's remove any blankets, any props that might be underneath us, and step the feet up close to the buttocks. Feet are hip width apart. Check that your head, neck, and spine are in a straight line. And we'll take our arms out to shoulder height, palms facing up. Tuck the chin forward. We're going to move into a gentle flowing twist. So when you're ready, deep breath in, little pause. And as we exhale, we're gently lowering the knees over to the right side. Head may turn to the left if that's okay for the neck. We pause, empty. On the next inhalation, we return to center, back of the neck long. Press the lower back down. And as we exhale, knees flow over to the left side, head may turn to the right, and we pause empty. Inhale, hearing the sound sa. Pause. And the exhalation, we hear the sound hum. Pausing empty. Breathing in, hearing the sound sa. Pause. And breathing out the sound hum. One more to each side. Listening to the sound of your breath. Long, smooth inhalation. And long, smooth exhalation. And then returning the knees to center. Bring your arms down alongside you and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Give yourselves a lovely hug. Stretching that left leg out along the mat now, pointing the left toes. And as we breathe in, we're taking the left leg up, flexing the foot. As we exhale, slowly lowering the left leg down. Now the heel may hover off the floor, and then we point the toes, breathing in, raise the leg up and flex. Exhale, lowering it down. Pointing. This time we're going to keep the leg in the air and start to point and flex that left foot. Good, and then let's circle the foot a few times in either direction. Warming up our ankle joints. And then flex the foot, lower the left leg down. When the heel touches, take your arms out to the side, but keep the right knee in towards the chest. We're going to start to make some slow circles with this right knee. Have a look if you're not sure. Just warming up that right hip joint. Left foot stays flexed, shoulders relaxed, face soft. Good. And reversing. Bring it back to center. Place that right foot up close to the buttock. Bring the left leg up and place your left ankle on the right thigh. Now, if your hips are quite tight, you might stay here with the left hand on the inner edge of the left knee. Otherwise, lift the right foot up, thread your arms through and interlace your fingers under the right knee. Good. Holding this stretch and connecting with your breath. Long, smooth inhalation and long, smooth exhalation. Good. Now carefully lower that right foot down. Now we're going to hug the left knee in and stretch the right leg out. So we're repeating the sequence on the other side. Point your right toes. And as we breathe in, let's raise that right leg up. Flex the foot. And exhale, let's lower it down. Heel may hover off the floor. Point the toes, breathing in. And flex. And breathing out. This time we're going to keep the leg in the air and start to point and flex the foot. And circle. Reversing. Good. And as we exhale, lower that right leg down. Take the arms away from the left knee. Keep the left knee in towards the chest and making some slow circles now with this left knee. How is our left hip feeling this morning? Keep the right foot flexed. Back of the neck long. Good. And reversing. Good. Come back to center. Left foot on the mat, close to the buttock. Bend the right leg. Place your right ankle on the left thigh. Now you may place the right hand on the inner edge of the knee or lift the left foot up and interlace your fingers under the left knee. Make sure the chin doesn't sort of jut up towards the ceiling now. That's quite common in this position. So try to tuck the chin forward. Keep the face soft, the forehead smooth, and connecting with your breath. Good. Let's gently release the feet down. Now, both feet stepped up close to the buttocks. We're in a semi-supine position. Hands are down alongside our hips. We're moving into another flowing sequence now. Exhale all breath. And as we breathe in, let's raise the spine up. Keep the hands where they are. Coming into bridge. And as we exhale, we lower down. We bring the knees into the chest and we give ourselves a hug. On the next inhale, we raise the legs to the sky. The arms go out to shoulder height. Flex the feet. And as we exhale, we give ourselves a hug once again. On the third inhale, we lower the feet to the mat. Arms flow up and overhead, or they might be out to the side if that's better for your shoulders. And as we exhale, we release the arms by our sides. So that's the sequence. Let's do a couple more. So breathing in, moving into bridge. Little pause. And as we exhale, we lower down. Knees into the chest as we pause empty. Inhale, arms out to the side, legs to the sky, pausing at the top. Exhale, give yourselves a hug and pause empty. Feet to the mat. Breathe in as the arms flow up and overhead. Pause full. And exhale, release your arms by your side. Pause empty. Let's do one more of these. Breathe in, moving into bridge, pausing. And exhale, lower down and bring the knees in. Inhale, hearing the sound sa. And exhale, hearing the sound hum. Feet to the mat, arms lift up and overhead. And lower your arms by your sides. Take a breath there. Good. Okay, we're going to move into work with our bandhas in a reclined position this morning, Tadaka Mudra. So our internal energy locks, we're working to seal off, contain energy at the perineum. So we squeeze the perineum, Jalandhara Bandha is our throat lock, so we'll be lifting the chin up towards the chest to block the energy. And Uddiyana Bandha is our tummy lock, so we'll be drawing the tummy down towards the floor and in up under the rib cage. If you're menstruating or you've had a big brekkie, please don't do these. You might like to just do a bit more of what we've just done, working with bridge, or just have a little rest, whatever you feel comfortable with. So let's interlace the fingers under the head, taking the elbows out wide. Feet are hip width apart, head, neck and spine in a straight line. Breathe in, and we'll lift the head and blow the breath out through the mouth. Keep the elbows wide. So now squeeze the perineum, draw the tummy down towards the floor and in up under the rib cage. So creating a hollowing out effect, chin to chest, Jalandhara Bandha, our throat lock. Holding, there's no breath in the body at this point. When you need to breathe, gently lower the head and relax the body. Now, if you feel at all nauseous or dizzy when you work with these, it's also an indication to discontinue, to stop. So a very powerful practice, an ancient practice. Let's try this again. So breathe in. Blow the breath out through the mouth. So squeeze the perineum, elbows wide, chin to chest, tummy draws down and in up under the rib cage. No breath in the body. When you need to breathe, you release the head and just relax the body. Take a breath or two, check in with yourself. If you feel okay, we'll do a third one. When you're ready, inhale. Blow the breath out. So Mula Bandha, perineal lock, Uddiyana Bandha, our abdominal lock, Jalandhara Bandha, our throat lock. All of the energy being drawn now into the solar plexus to stoke Agni, our digestive fire. When you need to release the head, bring the knees into the chest, cross your legs at the ankles, have a hand on each knee, and let's make some little circles on the floor with our lower back. Come back to center, cross the legs the other way and circling in the opposite direction. Good. And let's roll over to the right or to the left side, whichever's best for you. And come up into a seated position. And we'll work with our chant, Sahana Vavatu. So just grab any support you need to sit comfortably. Might sit with your back against the wall or sit on a chair even, if that's best for you. You might like to have your hands in a mudra position, perhaps Jhana mudra, index finger and thumb lightly joined. Dhyani mudra, if you prefer, one palm on top of the other. You can have the legs stretched out if that's best for you and your body this morning. If you feel comfortable, close the eyes and feel that your spine is long and tall and straight. Shoulders relaxed, face soft. We're going to work with 3 rounds of Sahana Vavatu, finishing with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Saha viryam karavavahai. Tejasvi navaditamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahana Bunatu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's gently bow forward. So whether you're in a chair or legs crossed in front of you, or you're kneeling, no matter, just gently folding forward, softening the shoulders, the upper back. If you're comfortable, keep the eyes closed. Hearing the sound sa as you inhale. The sound hum as you exhale. Gently come up. If your legs are crossed, change the cross of the legs. And again, let's fold forward. And gently come up. Okay, so again, doesn't matter how you're sitting, this next movement will be fine, no matter your sitting position. We're going to do a seated cat. So we're sort of arching and rounding and arching the spine. So try to start off with the spine as upright as possible. And then as you exhale, just start to round the back and drop the chin. So you're looking down towards your heart space. As you breathe in, move from the base of the spine first. So the chest, the heart moves forward, shoulders back, and you can tilt the head a little to look up. On the exhalation, rounding the back. And on the inhale, we reverse, chest moves forward, face soft. Hearing the sound hum as you exhale. The sound sa as you inhale. Hum. Just work at your own pace. You might like to speed it up a little bit or keep it slow. And as you breathe in, you might like to imagine that you're opening yourself up to receiving light and love, divine energy, divine consciousness. And as you exhale, you're letting go of limitations, the ego, the limited ego consciousness. As you inhale, light and love, divine energy flowing in. And as you exhale, surrendering the limited self, the self with a small s. Couple more of these. Good. After your next exhalation, come back. Sitting with a tall spine. So change your seated position if you need to. We're going to do a couple of neck stretches. Very simple, gentle movements. As you breathe in, draw energy right up to the crown top. So it's like you even grow taller as you inhale. And on the exhalation, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Now try to relax the shoulders, particularly the left shoulder. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, just tilt the head so you look down towards the right side of your chest. It'll just give you a bit of an extra stretch into the neck. Breathe in, turn it back so the ear is towards the shoulder. And as you breathe out, bring it back to center. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So as you inhale, energy, awareness flows up to the crown top. Feel yourself grow taller. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Now relax your shoulders, particularly the right shoulder. Breathe in as you hold this stretch. And as you exhale, just tilt the head so you're looking down towards the left side of your chest. Inhale, straighten the head, ear to shoulder. And exhale, lift it up. Once again, breathe in. Breathe out over to the right side. Inhale, sa. Exhale, hum. Inhale, sa. Exhale, hum. Last one, breathe in. Over to the left. Hold this position as you inhale. And tilt your face to look down. Inhale, ear to shoulder. And exhale. Great. Okay, again, change the legs if you need to. Otherwise, let's take the arms in front. Cross your wrists. Turn the hands around. Interlace your fingers. Bring the hands in towards you. And then see if you can work to straighten the arms. So this is a bit of a stretch for our wrists. Try to relax the shoulders. Relax the face. Nice, tall spine. And we'll hold this for a few breaths. Good. Gently unwind, give the hands a bit of a shake. Let's try the other side. So opposite wrist on top, turn the hands around, interlace your fingers, bring the hands in and work to straighten the arms. Might feel quite different on this side. It is for me. Holding, soften the face, relax the mouth, and connect with your breath. Good. And gently release. Give the hands a shake. Let's change our position and come into extended child. So knees at least hip width apart, big toes touching, arms extending forward, fingers spread wide. Have a look at your hands, middle fingers pointing straight ahead. Connecting with your breath. Long, smooth inhalation and pause. Long, smooth exhalation. Pause empty. Sa. Hum. Let's start to add some movement as we breathe in. Hear the sound sa as you move into cat. Rounding the back, drop into child, hearing the sound hum. Breathing in sa. And breathing out hum. Work at your own pace, a few more of these, perhaps with the eyes closed. Now you're welcome to continue just working with cat if you would like a gentler option. Otherwise, the next time we move into cat, we're going to tuck our toes and move into down face dog pose. Holding dog for one breath.
Then from here, look towards your hands, walk the feet towards your hands, bend the legs and take the arms up behind you. So you're into bird. Breathe in, let's come all the way up. Stretch up tall and exhale your arms by your side. Breathe in. Breathe out, moving into bird. Drop your hands to the mat. Step back into down face dog pose. Inhale, cat. And exhale, child. So we're going to do a couple more of these. Breathe in, cat. Breathe out, down face dog pose. We stay here for a breath. Walk towards your hands. Take the arms up behind you, legs bent or straight here. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Inhale. Into bird. Hands to the mat, step back into dog. Inhale onto the knees. And exhale. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out, dog, stay for a breath. Walk forward, arms up behind. Breathe in, come up. This time bring your palms together and bring your hands down to your heart and pause there. Perhaps sighing the breath away. Relax your shoulders, face soft. Bring that one hand on top of the other over your heart space now. Feet are hip width apart, toes spread. Exhale all breath. Now as we breathe in, we're going to open the arms out to the side, hearing the sound sa, pausing. And as we exhale, hearing the sound hum. Now again, you might like to work with that idea as we inhale of inviting love, light, life, divine energy, divine consciousness into our being. And as we exhale, we're surrendering our limited self, our egocentric consciousness. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in, open yourself up. And exhale, letting go of limited ideas, beliefs, the small self. Inhale. And exhale, hum. Last one. Hear the sound sa. Hear the sound hum. Take a breath there. And release the hands. Good. Let's work with Kati Chakrasana, bit of a flowing twist. So feet comfortable distance apart, can be a little bend in the legs. Make sure you've got enough room around you to start swinging the arms around the waist. Turning to look over the shoulder. Freeing up the energy. And warming us up on the inside. Twists have quite a stimulating, heating effect. Take the arms up now to chest height, shoulder height. And then all the way up, looking up, stretching up. Good, back to chest height.
and back around the waist. Letting the arms slow down, bring the head back to center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it away. Good. Let's go into 3 stale air removers. So legs are wider apart. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and then blow the breath out through the mouth. Legs can be bent or straight here. 2 more. Inhale, stretch up tall. And exhale. Last one. And let go. Now we're going to stay in the forward bend here. And we're actually going to turn over our right foot. Turn around to the right. Take the hands down and move into down face dog pose. Holding dog. Now if you need a little break, you can always come down onto your knees and rest in child pose. Otherwise we're holding dog. And in a moment, we're going to work with a stronger hip opener. This is preparation for king pigeon pose. If you don't want to work with this variation of a hip opener, you can repeat the one we did earlier where we were lying on our backs with the ankle on the opposite thigh. So option to move into that position, to come onto your back and work with that pose. Otherwise, you can have a look if you're not sure how to come into this. You might want to have a blanket or a cushion close to you if you need a bit of support underneath the hip or the thigh. We're going to look towards our hands and we're going to bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Then we want to try and lower ourselves down to the ground. Now, if you can't, this is where you might need a cushion or a blanket underneath the hip or the thigh here. Some of you might be able to get down towards the ground. The next stage is to make sure this right leg is straight back behind you. It's not off to one side. We keep this left heel close to the right hip. But if you are very flexible in the hips, you might be able to walk this foot out. So it's at more of a right angle, but not if that means you're then over here and you're not centered. So we want to be as upright as possible. Okay, you're welcome to stay here in this upright position. Otherwise, we come down. You might be on your forearms. Some of you might be able to come all the way down. And some of you may even be able to tuck the right toes under and lift that right hip off the floor. Sorry, the right knee off the floor. So holding this, a couple of breaths here. Good. Now to come out of this, we're going to have the hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. We're going to tuck the right toes and move back into down face dog pose. Give the leg a bit of a shake if it needs it. Couple of breaths here. Or you're on your back, working with the gentler option. Okay, so now we're going to work with the other side, which might feel quite different. So we look towards the hands and bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Checking that the left leg behind us is straight, in a straight line. Grabbing any support we need for under the thigh or the buttock. That right heel is just next to the left hip, but if you've got more opening, you may be able to bring it forward a little, as long as you can stay centered and upright, not sort of leaning over to the side too much. So we can stay upright, or we can start to come forward onto the forearms, or perhaps coming all the way down to the floor. And some of you might like to tuck the left toes under and lift that left knee off the floor. And what's happening to the breath? Make sure you're not clenching the teeth. Good. Okay. Let's gently come out of this now. So hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Tuck your left toes under. Take the right leg back. Give the legs a bit of a shake if they need them. And from here, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands. Come into bird. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms together. And bring the hands to the heart. Those of you who are on your backs, just quietly and carefully make your way up to stand. And release the hands. Okay, let's take the legs wide. Outer edges of the feet parallel. We're working with a variation of Trikonasana, triangle. So let's breathe in, raise the arms, turn to the left. And as we exhale, we tip over to the left side, looking down towards our left foot. Right palm faces forward, or if you want a stronger stretch, you can move over the head, palm facing down. Let's come back to center. Turning to the right and tipping over to the right side. Breathe in. Let's keep moving with our breath. Pausing empty. Inhale. Pausing at the top. And exhale. Pause empty. Hearing the sound sa. Hearing the sound hum. Now let's hold this stretch. You can keep looking down towards your left foot, or you can look forward, or if the neck's feeling super strong this morning, you might be able to look up. And breathe. Good. Now bring the head to neutral. Let's inhale, come up. Turn to the right and exhale. So again, you can look towards your foot, forward, or perhaps up. Nice, steady breaths. Bring the head to neutral. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Bring the feet together. Okay, let's take the legs wide again. This time we're turning the toes out. We're going to come into a squat and we're going to try to hold the squat. So have the hands onto the hips. Nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, coming into our position, just spread the toes. Try to keep the spine as upright as possible so your shoulders are in line with the hips. Face is soft. You can keep the hands on the hips or bring your hands into Jana Mudra and take the arms out to the side. Now we're going to try and hold this for another few breaths, but of course you can always come up early if you need to. I'd like to close the eyes. Good. Now, in your next inhalation, start to straighten the legs. Take the arms up above you. Bring the palms together. And as you exhale, bring the hands down through your center. Okay, we're going to go into that once again. So hands onto the hips. Deep breath in. And exhale. So hands can stay here or breathe in and take the arms out to the side. Shoulders soft, face relaxed, not clenching the teeth. Connecting with your breath. Good. Okay. Let's breathe in. Come up. Take the arms up. And exhale. Good. Release the legs. Walk on the spot or give them a bit of a shake. Okay, let's work with Warrior 2 and Dancing Warrior. So legs are wide. Turn your right toes around, left toes in. Let's breathe in. Turn to the right. And as we breathe out, we bend the right leg into Virabhadrasana 2. Always the option to rest the hands down on your hips if that's better for your shoulders. Otherwise, the arms are in a straight line. You might like to have a look. And we're gazing along that right middle finger, shoulders relaxed. Connecting with our breath. Hearing the sound sa, hum. Good. Now on our next inhalation, let's turn that right palm up. And as we exhale, windmill the arms backwards. Keep lunging with that right leg. Make sure you don't come too far out of the lunge. That's quite common. And just enjoying that beautiful stretch through the right side. Good. Let's come back into Warrior 2 and release. Great. Let's turn the legs around. Breathe in. Turn to the left and breathe out. Virabhadrasana 2. Arms in a straight line. Gazing along the left middle finger. Shoulders relaxed. Heart open. On our next inhalation, let's turn that left palm up. And as we exhale, moving into Dancing Warrior. Keep lunging with that left leg. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale back into Warrior 2 and exhale. Release the legs. Walk on the spot. Come to the backs of your mats. Standing into Tadasana, feet hip width apart. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart space. Close your eyes for a moment. Hearing the sound sa. Hearing the sound hum. We're going to work with a devotional salute. I think most of you know this, but if not, feel free to watch and follow along. And we're going to try 3 of these, and then after that a balance, and then we're going to come down to the floor. So let's exhale, release your hands down by your side. And as you breathe in, take the arms up, bring the palms together. As you exhale, touch your third eye, your heart, and come down to the floor to touch your forehead to the earth. Inhale, straighten your spine. And exhale again, bow down to the earth, untuck your toes, move into extended child, slide along the floor, come to lie onto your tummies,
Arms above the head, forehead down. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bend your arms so your hands are touching the back of the head. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, move into Sphinx. Inhale, straighten the arms. Bring the hands back alongside your chest. Exhale, elbows tucked in. Breathe in, move through Cobra into Extended Child. Tuck your toes, hands back alongside your knees. Inhale, come up. And hands to the heart. Okay, so 2 more of these. Breathe in. Hands to your third eye, to your heart, and to the earth. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, untuck your toes into Extended Child. Slide along the floor, palms together above the head, forehead down. Breathe in and bend your arms. Straighten the arms. Move into Sphinx. Come down again, palms together. Hands alongside your chest, elbows tucked in. Move through Bhujangasana, Cobra, into Extended Child. Tuck your toes, hands alongside your knees. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Last one. To your third eye, to your heart, and to the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extended Child. Slide along the floor, palms together. Inhale. Bend your arms. Straighten the arms into Sphinx. Come down. Hands alongside your chest. Breathe in. Extended Child. Tuck your toes, hands alongside your knees. Inhale. And exhale. Hands to your heart. Close the eyes and take a breath. Good. Release the hands. Blink the eyes open. We'll take the hands back onto the hips. Feet hip width apart. Spread your toes. And we're going to move into Thich Nhat Hanh's mindful balance. So we'll exhale all breath. Shift the weight into the left foot. And as you breathe in, lift the right. And as you exhale, see if you can straighten the leg. Breathe in, bend the leg. And exhale, lower. So like a moving meditation. Breathe in, hear the sound sa, hum, sa, hum. 2 more to each side. Keep lengthening up through the crown top. Keep the face soft. Last one. Good. And release. Let's come down to the floor.
We're going to work with a flowing sequence now. Those of you who've been with me this week, Tuesday, Friday, we've worked with this as well. It's Purvottanasana into Paschimottanasana. Purvottanasana is quite a strong back bend. So I'll just demonstrate. If you don't want to work with this one, can take the head back if that's okay for your neck. Then the other option is to work with table. You can try fingers forward or back. So this is table. So you might be doing this or the other back bend, and then we take the arms up and we move into a forward bend. So let's go together. We're going to do 3. On the 4th one, I'd like to give you the option of either staying in the back bend for 3 or 4 breaths or the forward bend. So you choose which one you want to hold. Okay. So either legs bent or straight. Exhale all breath. Breathing in. So let's lift up. Just looking along the body if there are any neck issues. Otherwise, you might be able to tilt the head back and lower. Legs straight. Breathe in. And fold forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale. So that's one sequence. Let's go again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 3. Okay, now your choice, whether you're holding the back bend for 3 or 4 breaths or holding the forward bend. Keep the breath flowing. If you're holding the back bend, when you come down, move into the forward bend. Stay there for a breath. And then let's all raise the arms up. Bring the palms together and exhale. Hands come to the heart and release. Okay, let's come to lie down. In a moment, we're going to move into Shavasana, relaxation. So if you want to pop socks on, grab blankets, any support, have it close to you. But firstly, let's bring the knees into the chest. And as we inhale, raise the legs up, arms out to the side or up and overhead. Exhale, come back home, give yourselves a hug. 2 more of these. Breathe in. You might like to take the legs wide apart this time. And exhale. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. A little bit of gentle rocking from side to side. And then setting yourselves up for relaxation. I'd like to sigh the breath away. We're going to work with the practice we worked with at the beginning. Sa Hum with our using the fingers to help us with this practice. So when you're comfy, bringing your awareness to your right hand. Relax the whole body as much as possible. Awareness to your right hand. Now bring the tip of the thumb to the root of the index finger. Exhale all breath. And as you breathe in, slide the thumb up to the top of the index finger. Hear the sound Sa. Pause. And as you exhale, hear the sound Hum. Pause, empty. To the base of the middle finger, breathing in, hear the sound Sa. And breathing out the sound Hum. Pause, empty. To the ring finger, inhaling. And exhaling. To the little finger, Sa. Hum. Now leave the right hand, take a breath. And bring your awareness, your attention fully now to the left hand, thumb to the base of the index finger. As you breathe in, slide it up to the top of the index finger, pause full. And as you exhale, slide it back down, pause empty. To the middle finger, breathing in. And breathing out. To the ring finger, inhaling. And exhaling. And to the little finger, Sa. Hum. And then rest the left hand, take a breath. We'll do one final round with both hands. So thumbs to the base of both index fingers. When you're ready, breathing in. And breathing out. To the middle fingers, inhaling. And exhaling. To the ring fingers, Sa. Hum. To the little fingers, breathing in. And breathing out. Now relax your hands, relax the whole body. Whole body. Whole body. The mantra Sa Hum or So Hum was originally found in the Upanishads, in particular verse 16 of the Isha Upanishad. Tejo yat te rupam kala natam tatse pasyami yosav soham asmi. The light which is thy fairest form, I see it. I am what he is. Give yourself permission now to rest, to allow the body and mind to drop down, down, down. The great spiritual teacher Ram Dass wrote, "There will always be conscious beings wondering about the fact of their being conscious and inquiring into its cause and aim. Whence am I? Who am I? Whither am I?" Such questions have no beginning and no end. And it is crucial to know the answers, for without a full understanding of oneself, both in time and in timelessness, life is but a dream, imposed on us by powers we do not know, for purposes we cannot grasp. In this article, Ram Dass is referring in particular to one of the greatest sages in India, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, who wrote a book called I Am That, and whose key mission was to assist individuals to end their suffering by understanding their true nature and the timelessness of their being. Nisargadatta taught that the mind must recognize and penetrate its own state of being, not being this or that, here or there, then or now, but just timeless being. To everyone, Nisargadatta gave hope that beyond the real experience is not the mind, but the self, the light in which everything appears, the awareness in which everything happens. So just start now to deepen the breath and bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. I'd like to have a bit of a stretch. Rolling over to one side and carefully making your way up into a seated position. If you can, keep the eyes closed as you sit and just come back now to the mantra Sa Hum. I am that. Beyond the limitations of mind and body, at one with the Absolute. Let us now close our practice by chanting 3 Oms. Feel free to join in or just listen if you prefer. You might like to bring your hands to the heart space in Namaskar Mudra. Let's take a deep breath in. Gently bow your head down. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Look after yourselves and your loved ones. Thank you.